Welcome to this tutorial on job sequencing with deadlines, one of the classic problems in greedy algorithm design. In the next few minutes, we'll build up a complete mental model, what the problem is, why a greedy approach works, and how to apply it step by step across several real-world scenarios. Whether you're preparing for an exam, a technical interview, or just exploring algorithm design, this tutorial has you covered. Let's get started. By the end of this session, you'll be able to achieve 5 key objectives. First, you'll define the problem precisely, understanding the constraints around deadlines, profits, and time slots. Second, you'll apply the greedy strategy fluently, sorting jobs, finding feasible slots, and computing maximum profit. Third, you'll trace through 5 worked examples, ranging from a freelancer's weekly schedule to hospital theater planning. Fourth, you'll recognize and correct the 5 most common mistakes students make with this algorithm. And fifth, you'll connect the theory to real-world domains, operating systems, cloud computing, finance, and medical scheduling. These 5 objectives form the backbone of everything that follows. Let's define the problem precisely. You're given n jobs. Each job has 2 attributes, a deadline and a profit. Your goal is to select and sequence a subset of those jobs to maximize the total profit, subject to 4 hard constraints. Constraint 1. Every job takes exactly 1 unit of time. No job is longer or shorter than any other. Constraint 2. Only 1 job can run at a time. This is a single machine model. Constraint 3. Time slots are discrete. Slot 1 covers the interval 0 to 1, slot 2 covers 1 to 2, and so on. If a job has deadline D, it must complete within slot 1 through D. Constraint 4. It's all or nothing. If you miss a deadline, you earn 0 profit. There are no partial rewards. Now, why does a greedy algorithm work here? Because this problem has 2 critical properties. First, the greedy choice property, always picking the highest profit available job, leads to a globally optimal result. Second, optimal substructure, the best schedule for any subset of jobs, contains the best schedules for all subproblems within it. These 2 properties together are the mathematical guarantee behind the algorithm's correctness. Now let's look at the algorithm itself. Step 1. Sort all jobs in descending order of profit. Highest profit jobs are processed first. Step 2. Determine Dmax, the maximum deadline across all jobs. This tells us how many time slots are available. Step 3. For each job in sorted order, find the latest free time slot that is less than or equal to that job's deadline. Assign the job there. Step 4. If no such free slot exists, the job is rejected. We move on. Look at the pseudocode on the right. The outer loop iterates over jobs in profit order. The inner loop scans slots downward from the job's deadline. The moment it finds a free slot, it assigns the job and breaks. This downward scan is critical. It preserves earlier slots for future jobs with tighter deadlines. In terms of complexity, the naive implementation is O of n squared. With a union, find data structure, we can reduce slot lookup to near O of n log n. Let's work through the foundational example. A freelancer with 5 jobs, 3 available time slots, and varying profits. After sorting by profit, the order is J1 at $35, then J2 and J3 both at $27, then J4 at $25, and finally J5 at just $1. We have a maximum deadline of 3, so 3 slots are available. J1, profit 35, deadline 3. Scan from slot 3, it's free. Assign J1 to slot 3. J2, profit 27, deadline 1. Slot 1 is free. Assign J2 to slot 1. J3, profit 27, deadline 1. Slot 1 is already taken. No other slots are within deadline 1. J3 is rejected. J4, profit 25, deadline 1. Same situation. Slot 1 is full. J4 is also rejected. J5, profit $1, deadline 3. Scan from slot 3, taken. Slot 2, free. Assign J5 to slot 2. Final schedule, slot 1 holds J2, slot 2 holds J5, slot 3 holds J1. Total profit $63. Notice that J3 and J4, even though they tied with J2 in profit, were simply unlucky. Their only valid slot was already claimed. Let's look at two more complex examples side by side. On the left, hospital operating theater scheduling. 7 surgical procedures compete for a single theater over 4 days. We sort by benefit score, urgency plus complexity. The greedy algorithm assigns P5, the highest benefit procedure, to day 1, P1 to day 2, P2 to day 3, and P3 to day 4. P4, despite having a benefit of 55, is rejected. Both day 1 and day 2 were already claimed by higher priority cases. The total benefit secured is 220 points. On the right, cloud batch processing 8. Compute jobs compete for 5 hourly slots on a single core node. After sorting by compute credits, the algorithm fills all 5 slots efficiently. Notably, C2, the report generation job with the latest possible deadline of hour 5, ends up in slot 1 because slots 2 through 5 were all claimed first by higher credit jobs. 3 jobs are rejected, C3, C5, and C7, all with tight deadlines that were filled by more lucrative work. Both examples illustrate the same underlying truth. The greedy algorithm resolves conflicts fairly and optimally, not by favoring urgency or flexibility, but by maximizing total value. Let's talk about the 5 most common mistakes and exactly how to avoid them. Mistake 1. Confusing deadline with duration. Students often think deadline. 3s means a job takes 3 time units. Wrong. Every job takes exactly 1 unit. Deadline means the latest slot it may occupy. Mistake 2. Filling slots left to right. If you assign a job to the earliest free slot, you will block future jobs with tight deadlines from finding a home. Always assign to the LA test free slot within the deadline. Mistake 3. Sorting by deadline instead of profit. The greedy correctness proof depends entirely on processing jobs by profit, highest first. Sorting by deadline produces suboptimal results. Mistake 4. Off by 1 with slot indexing. Slots are 1 indexed. Slot 1 is the interval from 0 to 1. There is no slot 0. Keep this in mind when tracing manually. Mistake 5. Skipping the feasibility check. After the algorithm completes, always verify that each assigned job sits within its deadline window. This is especially useful in exam settings or code reviews. Write these 5 on a sticky note and keep them next to you whenever you practice. You might be wondering, when does this actually show up in the real world? The answer is everywhere. Operating systems use variants of this algorithm to schedule CPU processes with hard real-time deadlines. Network routers prioritize and schedule packets with strict latency. SLAs, exactly the single machine, unit task, deadline, bound model. Manufacturing lines schedule high-value orders on a single machine to minimize tardiness costs. In finance, option settlement windows and contract expiry dates model deadline, profit trade-offs that look identical to this problem. Cloud providers like AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud schedule batch workloads to maximize billed compute credits per time window. And in healthcare, operating theaters and MRI scanners are assigned to cases using benefit maximizing scheduling, just like our hospital example. Whenever you see one resource at a time, unit time tasks, and deadline-bounded profits, the job sequencing greedy framework applies directly. Let's close with the 5 things I want you to remember. 1. Always process jobs by profit, highest first. Deadline order is wrong. 2. Assign each job to the latest free slot within its deadline. This preserves earlier slots for tighter deadline jobs. 3. The algorithm's correctness is guaranteed by 2 provable properties: greedy choice and optimal substructure. 4. Complexity is, O of n squared naively, reducible to O of n log n with union. Find. 5. The pattern applies to any domain with one resource, unit time tasks, and deadline-bounded profits. Once you recognize that shape, you know exactly which tool to reach for. Thank you for watching. Good luck with your studies and your schedules.